Good evening, everyone. Danisha L'Oreal. Danisha is part of the group that's been with me for an extended period of time, so I have really gotten to see a significant amount of her development and growth. We have our own special connection and relationship, so please keep that in mind while I'm sharing, and it's on my paper. The goal is to be tear-free. As I was preparing for tonight, I'm not the mother, but I feel like a mother in a sense. You know how you enjoy it, there's highs, there's lows, but you are also, you're glad for them to go ahead and spread their wings, right? So as I was preparing for tonight, I took a minute to reflect on the time that Danisha has been here. She moved in on Tuesday, January 28th, don't read with me, 2025, and moved out on Sunday, March 29th, 2026. So just how long was she in our program, you might want to know? 426 days. 60 weeks and 6 days. 14 months and 2 days. Approximately 1.16 years. So she's been with us for a while. Danisha's story is a little different. While she had a lot of tangible accomplishments, much of Danisha's growth was more internal and life-changing, and I kind of refer to them as intangibles. If this was weight loss, they would be non-scale victories. These wins can sometimes be hard to quantify or put on paper, but they show up in how she navigates everyday life and challenges. So I took the time to list out some of her program accomplishments. Finding full-time employment, getting her old braces removed that she had since she was a preteen, getting new braces installed. Let's see a smile. Show it. Joining Life Church Northland, serving as a student leader and then an adult leader in Life Kids after turning 18. She recommitted her life to Christ and was baptized as an outward declaration of her faith. And I was honored that she asked me to baptize her. That was big. Through hard work and perseverance, she earned her high school equivalency and passed her high set. And let's give a big So this is your graduation party too, since you left. She got her learner's permit and she took driving lessons. I'm not there yet. I'm going down the list. That's her parents. And not to take anything away from her, but I extended an invitation for the driving instructor to come, and because he thinks so much of her, he came. So Mr. Dale was her instructor. Now parents, next, got her driver's license. And I don't usually talk about the money, but she paid off $2,169.96 in debt, and that was from her braces, which she is paying down ahead of schedule. And I say her braces was her first big girl adult purchase because they are completely in her name, and she's responsible for them. She has saved just under $2,000 before leaving, and while we like them to leave with a significant nest egg, Danisha made the decision to pay several months ahead on her bills before moving so that she would have time to get through her transition and adjust to her new living situation, which I thought was very wise. Yeah. Okay, and I'm moving quickly. As far as I know, Danisha did well respecting and for the most part accepting my leadership and guidance while she was in the program. She also grew in being able to trust her own judgment and make decisions for herself. She committed to weekly counseling sessions, which she rarely missed, and I know Miss Mary will come up here in a little bit, right? Okay. And she utilized Miss Mary as a major source of support. This included what I'm calling crisis calls and midnight vent sessions, which I eventually begged Miss Mary to cut off. Now I say Miss Mary is her bestie, that's her best friend. And some of what I share is nothing to embarrass her, but I'm sharing it as a testimony and an encouragement. She completed, at my insisting, completed a 5-week anger management course through Center for Conflict Resolution, and she did a lot of inner work to grow and become a better, more emotionally balanced person. and she got a certificate for completing that class. She grew tremendously in the area of conflict resolution and dealing with emotions, specifically anger. And I say this not to be shady, but truthful. She even got a chance to test her progress before she left the program. And she passed the test. She learned how to accept constructive criticism and feedback and coaching. And part of that included learning to listen without being defensive. That may seem small, but that was a big thing. When she first came here, if you say anything that wasn't positive, she would feel like you were against her and she would kind of want to defend. But once she learned that you don't have to defend if a person is not against you, so she really grew in that area, and I'm proud of her for that. She learned a lot about forgiveness and giving and receiving grace. And she also worked hard at showing up as her authentic self in every space. And I believe she learned to value herself more. Now, I have a couple other things here, and I wrote this before I knew who was going to be here, so it's all just from my heart. I would call these non-program victories. And this is not something that we necessarily have a goal when we start out, but I feel like it was a good thing that came to her and came out of her being in the program. She worked to rebuild family relationships, and she reconnected with her dad and stepmother, ultimately reunifying with them. And that's actually where she... And that's actually where she went when she left the program, and I think that's a good and positive thing for her. She also gained valuable tools and resources to help her in future relationships. So, that is my little closing. I am proud of the young lady Danisha became while at HPC. I was truly able to see her transformation from a caterpillar to at least a baby butterfly. I know that if she continues to pour into herself and grow, and with the help of her parents, she will become an even greater version of who God created her to be. Come on, let's go.
Deep breath, deep breath.
No ma'am, no sir. I'm big on boundaries and keeping work professional, but these girls, this whole group, and now we got a young man with us, they made it a practice of saying I love you when we ended conversations or left each other's presence. And you know I wasn't gonna let them say it and then just be like, thank you. So today, I reaffirmed that love. No. She talking about just cry. I'm gonna pause real quick. Oh yes. When she came in my office and unexpectedly announced to me that she was gonna leave, I just said, oh, okay. And I just gathered a little information. I went on with the meeting. She was looking at me, and then she finally said, "You're not gonna say anything?" And what she really was saying is, "You're not gonna cry?" So we had some tears before she left that day, but that's why she's saying just cry. Now, so today I reaffirmed that love. Danisha, I love you and I'm proud of you. Not because of performance. Just a minute, please. Okay, you can do it, girl. Not because of performance or with any ulterior motives, but just for who you are. May you always give that same unconditional love to yourself, regardless of what others do. Continue to become, grow, and be great. I did it!
Lori and I have built this relationship, and she knows that if she is struggling, she knows that she can call me. You know, whatever she's going through, whatever time, and we've had 2 o'clock in the morning conversations, 3 o'clock conversations in the morning. But she'll send me a text, "Miss Mary, are you still up?" And I'll text her back and say, "Yes, you need to talk." And so she'll call me, and we may even talk for an hour or so. But one of the things that she used to always say when she first started coming to see me, she would say, "Miss Mary, I know I'm broken, I know I'm broken." And I said, towards the end, I said, You're no longer broken. You're becoming. You're not broken, you're becoming. That was then, but this is now. This is the new version of you. And the Bible says that you are a chosen generation. I want you to always know who you are. And I want you to never forget whose you are.
Amen.
Because sometimes through life we can forget exactly what we need to be doing and who we really need to be doing it for. Because we can get so consumed with our own selves that we forget that we're not of our own. And so I'm asking you to remember all the steps you took to get to Christ. And so, you being a chosen generation, I want to give you this ink pen that has a crown on the end. And I don't ever want you to forget that you're a queen. And I don't care what they say about you, what they may think about you, it's all about what you think about yourself. And so I want you to take this and I want you to wear it proudly. And anytime that and it's a crown, and anytime you're in doubt, I want you to put it on so that you'll know that you're one of God's chosen ones. And when you get done, now that you've got a car, I want you to put your keys on this key ring so you can stay in your wise mind.
Yes.
And don't lean to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll direct thy path. For you, Queen.
To everyone who has been part of my journey, as I graduate from this independent living program, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for walking beside me, for pouring into me, and for never...
You're okay. It's okay. It's okay, girl. You can be a crybaby like that. I'm
You got this. You got it.
Go ahead.
and for never giving up on me when I was still learning how to believe in myself. To my therapist, case manager, and everyone who supported me, you didn't just see the surface, you saw the broken parts of me and still chose to speak truth, patience, and growth into my life. That means more than I could put into words. To my friends, thank you for speaking life into me even in the craziest moments. You showed up for me in ways I will never forget, and I truly believe God placed you in my life for a reason. To my family, thank you for going with me. We've came a long way, and I'm so grateful we're able to rebuild, restore, and create a healthier, stronger relationship together. We didn't give up on each other, and that means everything. And that's for me. I'm proud. I'm proud of how far I've come. It's one thing when other people say they're proud of me, but when I can say I'm proud of myself and truly believe it, it's the best feeling in the world. It allows me to accept others' words with confidence and peace. By being in a program, I have got so much done with the help of everyone. I have got my GED because of my life circumstances, but that didn't stop me. I pushed myself even when it was hard, especially during the test. I wanted to give up on myself so bad that I failed my last math test, but I couldn't. I had no room to. Everyone was supportive and didn't give up on me, and with that push, I'm now in college, pursuing nursing. My mindset has grown, my relationship with God is stronger. I've gotten my license, and with the help of my parents, I'm able to get my first car. I've also learned how to budget and take care of myself. I've taken anger management classes, I'm continuing therapy, and I'm still growing, learning, and accomplishing more every day. These things may seem small to some, but to me, they mean everything. When I came into this program, I came in as a lost 17-year-old girl who was walking in with severe family issues, unresolved trauma, no boundaries, lost self-respect. But as I leave as an 18-year-old girl with a healthy family, healing, creating healthy boundaries, and godly self-respect. This isn't the end of my story, it's just the beginning. And thank you all for being a part of it.